Hello everyone. Today I am going to be talking about books that I have read about sustainability, giving you some recommendations, and just talking about these books in case anyone is interested in them. So the first book I'm going to talk about is called Attainable, Sustainable. This is what it looks like. And it is basically Sustainability 101. It's a giant encyclopedia that tells you everything you need to know. It has recipes and instructions, and it's really about being self-reliant. So it tells you how to make things from scratch, like soap, and it also tells you how to dehydrate foods, can them, and pickle them. It's just instructing you on how to be self-reliant. And so I kind of enjoy this take on sustainability. I think it's really informational and helpful. And there's also a large section all about gardening, which was my favorite part of this book because it gave you so much detail on everything you could possibly want to know about gardening and composting. The next one I'm going to talk about is called Eat for the Planet Cookbook. And obviously this is a cookbook, but what I really like about this book is the introduction. Of course, the recipes are super good, but I really like the introduction because it talks about the importance of your eating choices and how impactful they can be. And it has a lot of really shocking statistics. And I just think it's a great thing to read before you commit to going on a plant-based diet or anything like that. Also, the recipes are really awesome. I have not tried any from this book, but they have given me a lot of inspiration. And yeah, so that's Eat for the Planet Cookbook. This book is amazing. I love this book. It's called Less Stuff by Lindsay Miles, and it is a serious guide for simplifying. There are like little worksheets that you can write in for categorizing and assessing all the stuff in your house, which I think is really helpful. It's not just a book that inspires you to declutter, it actually guides you through the entire process and helps you declutter. There are so many step-by-step guides in this book for every room of the house, every section of every room, and I really think that this is a valuable book. This book is Can I Recycle This? It is a lifesaver in terms of knowing where exactly to put your trash and recycling, anything you're getting rid of. So basically each page has a different object and you can flip to it and then it'll tell you exactly where it needs to go. So I flip to cardboard boxes, it says recyclable, and it can tell you all about the story of where cardboard goes to, stuff like that. Let's see another page. Paper coffee cups, not recyclable. Coffee cup lids, not recyclable, and it tells you why they're not recyclable and gives you some solutions on things that you could maybe use instead that would be recyclable. So I really think that this book is just a nice thing to have around the house. It's just a little reference guide, and I think that everyone could benefit from this book too. This book is called How to Give Up Plastic. It's by Will McCallum, and it doesn't have any pictures in it. It's more of a informational book that just gets straight to the point. It's actually not too negative for being all about plastic. The book is divided into areas of living in the house, and I think that is super helpful and makes sense. It talks about how people can make a difference and has some stories of hope and success. And it also just gives you a lot of numbers and facts. If you're not really sure about what is so bad about plastic, this book really talks about what specific molecules are preventing plastic from breaking down. And it also touches on the history of plastic and how it has evolved in the last 100 years. So before I move on to the next book, I do want to mention that all of the books I have mentioned so far are from my local library. I did just check them out and I didn't purchase any of these books. And if you're interested in looking at sustainability books at your library, you can look at 640 in the Dewey Decimal System will give you all of these guys and whatever other books your library has. So yeah, anywhere in the 640 to 641 range. So this next book is my personal book. I did buy this book and it's called Simply Sustainable. And this is one of my favorite books. I think it was such a great investment because not only does it cover all of these areas, it does talk about plastic, it talks about recycling, it talks about minimalism, it gives you recipes, and it just overall covers the topic of sustainability. But it also has some really amazing photographs in it, and I just adore this book. This is one of my favorite pages. It's all about the fridge, and I just think it's so cool to see how there's not one piece of plastic in this fridge. Thank you so much. Another one of my favorite pages is this flow chart that is about asking yourself questions before you buy something. And I think that this is a really good way to eliminate impulse purchases, because if everyone thinks about this before they purchase something, everything in their life is going to be meaningful. Thank you so much for watching all of my favorite sustainability books. I am currently in the process of watching some movies and documentaries, and I am going to make a similar video on them. But yes, I hope you learned a lot from this. And just try visiting your local library and seeing if they have any books before you purchase a book always. But peace out and have a great rest of your day. Bye.